Alola everyone, Treyman1 here, and we're back with another Pokemon Sun and Moon anime review. And today, guys, we're talking about episode 32, the Lana episode. And guys, this episode was a pretty okay episode. I actually enjoyed it more than what I expected it to be. Sadly, Popplio didn't evolve. I was expecting Popplio to evolve in this episode, but maybe they might save that for the trial, the next episode, which I'm very excited for. This episode was a Lana-focused episode about her trying to basically, work with this Stoutland that she has. It also was Lily development as well, because Lily was trying to touch Stoutland, because, you know, she's afraid of touching Pokemon, which at the end, she actually did end up touching Stoutland, so that was pretty cool. But let's get right into the review. The episode basically begins with the class basically going to this, basically Pokeride Ranch, I guess you could say, for Stoutlands, and they're basically using Stoutlands to search for rare items, basically. And it's cool because most of the Stoutlands matched each personality of the characters. For example, Ash had the one nice and friendly one. Mallow had one that loved plants and, you know, grass a lot. Kiawe had the more serious and, tough one. We didn't really see too much of Sophocles' personality. And Lily's, we really didn't get to see much of Lily's because Lily was sitting there trying to touch Stoutland all day. I thought it would have been really cool if it was like Stoutland was afraid to touch humans and Lily was afraid to touch Pokemon. That would have been really cool, but that didn't happen. And plus, that wouldn't have worked out because, you know, it's a Pokeride. And Lana was the only one who really didn't match her personality. Lana has this one rude, mean, just doesn't want to be bothered Stoutland. And basically, they all go and hunting for items and stuff. And there was this one really cool scene where Litten, Ash thinks of Litten when Stoutland is, playing with him. And then the Stoutland basically pulls his pants off, and Mallow was just freaking out. And, yeah, that was really funny, though. But I like how he thought about Litten in that scene, because remember, Litten, had, you know, the Stoutland, they used to take care of Litten. So that was really cool seeing that they actually brought that up. So then after that, everyone went out to go search for basically the items. Kiawe ended up finding 2 fossils, and I actually hope that these fossils return and possibly join the group, join the cast. That would be really cool if the fossil Pokemon actually appeared. Also, the little reference to Ash's Pikachu with the hat on that they made when this whole Stoutland incident happened. Ash's Stoutland ends up just finding a few shards. Mallow and her Stoutland just grabbed some mushrooms. And for the first round, Lana and Sophocles don't grab anything because Sophocles was messing around with his computer and stuff. And Lana couldn't work with Stoutland at that moment. But yeah, they end up having a second round. And yeah, we still see Lily trying to get on Stoutland, but she's still very afraid. The second time they go to search for Pokemon, Ash ends up running into an Alolan Geodude. And the Poke problem was which Alolan form will Ash encounter and try to catch? So I'm like, wait, does Ash catch an Alolan form? I really wanted Ash to catch this Geodude. And, I actually had hopes that he was going to get it. But then, he already has a rock type and an electric type. But still, whether or not, it would have still been very cool to see him with an Alolan Geodude. Because it's cool, because first he's like, wait, I never seen a Geodude like this. Rotom basically says, this is a Alolan Geodude. Then he shows him what the Kanto Geodude looks like. So that's really cool that they do that. Also with Vulpix and the other Pokemon. Ash and Pikachu battle this Geodude a little bit. And right when Ash throws the Pokeball, it thunder punches it away, sadly. So Ash didn't catch the Geodude. Lana and her Stoutland were still having some problems. So Lana basically, leaves Stoutland for a little while with Popplio. They end up running into a Garbodor. At first, I thought this was going to be Team Skull's Garbodor, but it turned out it wasn't. And basically, Garbodor is basically attacking Lana and them. Lana's there protecting Popplio, and I guess Stoutland notices how much she cares about Popplio. So Stoutland comes out and basically helps Lana and stops the Garbodor from attacking them. After this, I think Lana gained Stoutland's trust and respect, and basically they go out to find the item. The item that they end up finding is actually a Z crystal, or not a Z crystal, a Z ring actually. It's a stone that can be used to make Z rings, and Olivia said that she was going to make Lana a Z ring. And I actually believe this was amazing find, because I didn't expect for Lana to get a Z ring in this episode. I believe that she was just gonna get a Z crystal in the next episode, and then maybe try to get a Z ring somehow. But she actually gets it in this episode, and I find that really cool. I wonder if they're also gonna do that with Mallow and Sophocles, so that they can get Z moves as well. But that would be really cool. Lana ends up winning the second round because she found the rarest item, and basically that's the episode. Lily also overcomes her fear of touching Stoutland. And it's kind of cool. It's cool to see that Kiawe is also saying, maybe you can ride on Charizard sometimes. But Lily says, yeah, not yet. Baby steps, basically. But overall, I really enjoyed this episode. It was a pretty good episode. It was some scenes that were kind of dragged on, I believe. But overall, it was pretty good. Actually, I recommend to watch it. But overall, I think the previous episode was much better. But it was still good overall. The next episode is the Totem battle against Totem Wishy-Washy. And I cannot wait for this episode. From the preview we got, it looks amazing already. And we're getting more Lana development. Lana's getting a lot of development now. And I think she really needed this character development. And I'm glad that she's getting it. Sophocles also needs a lot of character development. But I'm glad to see Lana's getting more development. And I really enjoyed this episode. And I cannot wait for the next one. And to see if Lana and Ash will both get the Z Crystal, or maybe just Lana, or maybe just Ash. I really don't know what's going to happen. And I also hope Popplio will evolve in the next episode as well. That'll be very interesting to see what happens in the Totem battle. But overall, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoy. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Treyman1. Peace out.